Well, on Good Friday, we welcome you into the Gardener's Corner program. It's a hot Friday for sure. It's Memorial Day weekend. We hope that everyone is doing well. And we want to remind everyone to please, at some point over the holiday weekend, take a few minutes to remember all of those fallen soldiers that have paid the ultimate price for our freedom, because that's what Memorial Day is all about. The Gardener's Corner program today is presented by T.G. Brooks Company, South Boston Memorials, and Our Pride Foods, makers of Our Pride Premium Pimento Cheese Spread and Dip. We have a guest on the program today that is the intern for Person County 4-H. This young lady is from Vance County, and her name is Erin McAllister. And a good morning, young lady.
Good morning.
Anyway, she is actually attending college at North Carolina State University, and she's going to be interning over the spring and summer with Michelle Van Ness, the Person County 4-H agent. Erin has a little bit of 4-H experience. She has participated in some programs in the past, but she seems to be really excited to get out and help out. And anyway, welcome to Radio Roxborough WKRX.
Thank you.
I was asking her a few minutes ago if she had ever been on radio or on TV, and she said that she used to babysit for one of the owners of WIZS in Henderson. And I said, well, that's close enough. So, but anyway, tell us a little bit about your background, Erin, as far as have you lived in Vance County all of your life?
Yes, sir. I was born at Mariah Parham in Henderson, and I've been raised there ever since.
Well, now, your family background, do you come from a family of farmers and people in the agricultural industry, or?
Not quite. My dad is actually from Massachusetts.
Okay.
And he moved down here probably about 15 years ago.
Right.
And he runs a landscaping business of his own. And then my mom is from Illinois, and she's a radiologist in Chapel Hill for Wake Radiology. So.
Well, now, you was telling me that you are planning to major in soil and water conservation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what has kind of led you to have interest in soil and water conservation?
I did a super awesome program through NC State and the USDA called Ag Discovery between my sophomore and junior years of high school. I highly recommend any sophomores or juniors to look into that program. So basically, it was a 2.5-week program. We stayed overnight at NC State, and every 2 or 3 days, we would switch off from shadowing different agents and departments of the USDA. So it was like entomology and like food and waste processing, poultry science, things like that. So I really got interested in the soil conservationists, and the water didn't come in until we observed the water agent for the USDA. And then when I got to NC State, I was talking to Dr. David Krause, who's actually my advisor, and he kind of showed me this major, like, oh, this kind of has both everything that you're looking for. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, I hope it works out well for you. Now, did you just complete your first year?
Yes.
At NC State?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got, 3 more years?
Yes.
Well, do you enjoy being on the Wolfpack campus?
Of course. Go Pack.
Go Pack. Well, now, as far as 4-H, what are some of the things that you have participated in the past with 4-H? What have you done?
In Henderson, probably when I was like elementary, middle school age, I did like the tennis camps and the cooking classes. I was a member of the 4-H Teen Council in Vance County for my like early teenage years, so that was super fun. We did like soup runs, like collecting cans of soup and such for the Axe House in Henderson.
Right.
just other like summer things like that. I
Well,
played a lot of sports as a kid, so I could really only do things in the summer.
so you were involved heavily in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 4-H is something for pretty much every person between the age of 5 and 18. And, Person County 4-H will be having summer fun, and that will be starting up pretty, quick after school, gets out. And, wow, school will be out before you know it. But if you would be interested in finding out more information on summer fun, you can contact the Person County 4-H agent, Michelle Van Ness, by calling 336-599-1195. They will be doing more than several summer fun classes throughout the year. They're going to be doing one is called Gardening with Johnny, and that will be with horticultural agent for Person in Granville County, Johnny Coley. This will be on June the 13th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And this is available to youth ages 8 years and up. It's a cost of $10, and it's only open to 10 participants. And this will actually take place at the Granville County Extension Office. But when Johnny was here a few weeks ago, he was talking about how much he enjoyed this class last year. And he said a lot of the participants really got excited. And sometimes to spark the interest of a young person, it doesn't take a lot, but it's nice after the interest is sparked that you can continue on giving them information, if they would like it. And so pretty much with the summer camp through Person County 4-H, it's a lot to be offered. Something else, Goods from the Woods, that will be hosted by the North Carolina Forestry Service. And they actually are going to have two different groups. They're going to have ages 8 and up, and then ages 5 to 7. Now, this class and course will be free of charge. For the 8 years and older, it will be June the 14th. For ages 5 to 7, it will be June the 17th. Also, they'll be having 4-H Investigates. It's just all kinds of different classes. One of the trips, they're going to take the participants to Mayo Park to go fishing at Mayo Lake. And that will be July the 1st. And this is offered to youth ages 8 years old and up. But it's a lot of different things. One, they're going to be going to a baseball game. They will be traveling to Greensboro. Michelle is really excited about that. They're going back to the zoo this year, and they're going to have Creatures of the Night Zoo Snooze. That's when they will travel to the North Carolina Zoo, and they will stay overnight. The cost of that is $35. Only 9 participants can participate, because they will leave the extension office here in Person County, take one of the county vans to Greensboro, to Asheboro, I should say. But that's why they have to limit the class sizes sometimes due to transportation issues. But contact Michelle Van Ness at 336-599-1195 if you would like to get more information. She can email you information. You can also check out their Person County 4-H Facebook page to get information, or you can just stop by the office located at the county office building. That's 304 South Morgan Street. Well, now, we're going to be passing some information along to you in a little bit. Johnny Coley contacted me yesterday, and he's going to be having a demonstration one day next week on how to do soil samples, and he's going to be talking about why soil samples are so important. But we'll get that information to you coming up in a little bit. Also, have you ever been told that you're pre-diabetic? Have you had a blood test within the last year and your blood sugar was between 101 and 125 and your A1C was 5.7 to 6.4? Well, if your body mass index is 25 or higher, you may want to consider the next diabetes prevention program, and it will start on June the 6th. Now, these classes will be held on Thursdays, starting June the 6th, running through Thursday, September the 19th. Then they will have classes from October to January, and then next year from February to May. It's a cost of $25, and you can call the Person County Health Department and speak with Leanne Cresson at 336-597-2204, extension 2277. That's 336-597-2204, extension 2277. And this is being held in conjunction with the Person County Health Department and the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service. Aaron, how did you choose NC State as the college you wanted to attend?
I was really struck by first because they're a land grant institution. I knew that I really wanted to do outreach programs like this one that I was so grateful to get this internship for, and kind of reach out to rural communities since I did grow up in a rural community.
Right.
I kind of saw firsthand like the struggles and successes that come with where you live. So being a land grant institution is a really big deal. Also, the amazing agriculture program that they have there. Since my major and my interests are kind of selective when it comes to schools, I really had limited options. So
right.
I was super excited that I got into NC State and I get to go there.
Well, now, as far as working towards a soil and water major, what particular classes are you having to take? Is it a lot of chemistry, a lot of science classes, and different things involved?
Well, I'm still kind of early in my courses, early in the game for college.
Right.
But mostly I'll be taking soils, like the intro to soils, a little bit of ecology. I'll be taking like agriculture, economics, and resources to kind of touch all my bases when it comes to agriculture and things like that. But further on, I'll be taking mostly from like the conservation side, and then just general water and soil, how they impact the earth, how we use them in everyday life, the importance of keeping them clean in such an industrial world that we have today.
Well, now, with your dad being in the landscape business, I'm sure he knows the importance of, quality water and soils. And, keeping the water clean and the soils clean is something that is extremely important, for generations to come.
Right.
And I think sometimes people may do things that are not so earth friendly, thinking that they'll never have to worry about it. But, all of us should be stewards of the land, trying to make it better for generations that are coming on. But with that being said, have you ever been one that enjoyed getting out working in the flower beds, planting a garden, or anything like that?
My freshman year of high school, actually, I took AP Environmental Science, which AP just kind of stands for like a college prep class.
Right.
And it was a smaller course because I went to Northern Vance High School, so not a lot of people really delve into those courses.
Right.
But we actually planted our own garden outside of Northern Vance near my teacher's classroom, and it surprisingly did very well.
Wow.
Every
well, good.
now and again, the landscape workers would like weed whack our plants, but that's okay. They grew back. But yes, that was super fun. When I was younger, I would watch my dad do his landscaping. I only really participate in it when, it snows and he says, "Hey, if you help me shovel this driveway, then I'll buy you lunch." So I had to, kind of got tricked into it a little bit.
I understand. Well, sometimes being a child, parents have to do unique things to get their children to help and do different things.
Uh-huh.
Now, with you being the intern for Person County 4-H, what are some of the duties and what are some of the roles that you're doing as being an intern?
Well, I actually get the honor of planning and running my own day camp. So it's the Clover Bud Day Camp from July 2nd to 3rd. It's just during the day, and I get to, I'm smiling at Michelle, I get to, find and create and execute like my own projects. Just before I was coming here today, I was testing a couple of them. Like Michelle and I made butter in like little plastic sauce like containers, you know what I'm talking about? And we had to shake it because we have Miss Kim Woods that's coming to talk during my day camp about livestock. So I was thinking to do something with cows and like milking a cow. So we made butter to see if it would actually work, and it did work.
Well, I have actually seen a video of that being done before, and that would be a wonderful experience. Now, what age of children is going to be participating in your class?
I'm pretty sure it's 5 to 7. Yeah, 5 to 7. So like pre-K to kindergarten, first grade kind of age range.
Well, if you could teach them how to make butter, that would be something that they would remember for a long, long time.
I hope so.
And they would get extremely excited about. We're brought to you by some mighty fine supporting sponsors. We're very appreciative of each and every one of them. We're going to get a word on right now for Our Pride Foods. Talking about milk, it takes milk to make cheese. And it takes cheese to make Our Pride premium pimento cheese spread and dip, and it's made locally right here in Roxborough.
Our Pride Foods, makers of Our Pride premium pimento cheese spread and dip, is made in Roxborough. Pick up some the next time you're shopping at Hurdle Mills Market and Butcher Shop, North Main IGA, Supply Line Discounts in South Boston, Virginia, Food Lion, or Kenyon's Meat Market in Mebane. You can enjoy Our Pride premium pimento cheese spread and dip at Rock City Grill, Cole's Pharmacy, Triss's Espresso, and Clarksville Station. Our Pride Foods, makers of Our Pride premium pimento cheese spread and dip, remind you that goodness grows in North Carolina. Try the jalapeno added for extra flavor. That's Our Pride premium pimento cheese spread and dip.
Miss Erin McAllister is our guest today. She makes her home in Vance County. And if you're just joining in, she is the Person County 4-H intern for the spring and summer. And she is actually just finished up her first year at NC State. She is a college student. And she has taken a big interest into soil and water conservation. We're going to talk to her just in a little bit, but Michelle just made mention to me. I have sent out some information over the air about the Zeus News. Well, she just told me that is filled to capacity. But again, if you would like some information on summer fun for Person County 4-H, just call Michelle, 336-599-1195, and she can email you some information or send it to you by U.S. mail. Or you can go to the Person County 4-H Facebook page to obtain information, but it would be something very beneficial for that child throughout the summertime to have something to do. It'd be a wonderful opportunity for them to meet new people and make new friends. Now, Aaron, a question for you. When you transitioned from high school to college, I'm sure that was a pretty big jump, but I'm sure you made a lot of new friends in college.
Yes, I did. My roommate actually came in with a lot of her friends from high school, and I came in with none.
Right.
Yes, I was the only one. I'm pretty sure I was the only one from Northern Vance that got in for the fall semester.
Right.
A couple people got in for spring. So I was going solo in there. I knew a couple people, like upperclassmen, but not really. So her and I kind of tag teamed and made a large friend group for ourselves. So it was very fun to experience that.
Well, now, for any young person that is, say maybe starting to think about attending college, what kind of advice would you pass along to them?
I know high school can be a lot of time, like a hard time for a lot of kids to be like, oh man, like I have to act a certain way, dress a certain way, so like I can make friends and people will like me. But I promise when you get to college, nobody's gonna care.
Really?
Nobody cares. I have seen classmates come to class wearing like house shoes or looking like they slept 2 hours because they probably did sleep 2 hours. That's another main thing to drive home. Take care of yourself, because if you don't, it's going to reflect on things that you didn't think it would reflect on.
Right. Well, that's some good advice. Now, how long is this your first week as being the intern for Person County 4-H?
Yes, sir. I started on Wednesday.
So this is just your third day then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Michelle, she gets extremely excited when you talk about, Person County 4-H, and, she's been involved in 4-H a long, long time. And if you're maybe wanting to say, well, it would be nice if I could get my child or grandchild involved in 4-H. It's a lot of different things offered. And if you are maybe considering and thinking about becoming a 4-H leader, just contact Michelle Van Ness at 336-599-1195, and it's some paperwork that has to be filled out. You have to have a background check done, but you can start up your very own 4-H club, and 4-H is really diversified in the different things that are offered.
Mm-hmm.
I know they just recently had a horse club to start up, and they also had an On Target. It's a club or group that they go out and they shoot bow and arrows and target practice and things like that, and teach gun safety. So again, you should at least talk to your child to see if they would be interested in attending some of these summer camps. And then after attending some of these summer camps, they may end up having enough interest and have had enough fun with these summer camps that they may want to get involved in Person County 4-H. And they always have a livestock show and sale in April. And if it's someone that wants to maybe start up either a lamb or hog or calf project, now's the time to be thinking about it for next year. So again, just contact Michelle, and she can give you pretty much any information that you need as far as it goes with Person County 4-H. Let's get a word on for South Boston Memorials. In business and family owned since 1958. The Myers family are there in South Boston, Virginia, 1439 Seymour Drive. Visit the website Sobo Memorials. Here's more information.
South Boston Memorials, located 1439 Seymour Drive in South Boston, Virginia, has been in business since 1958. The Myers family of South Boston Memorials believe that every life has a story. For 4 generations, their life work has been to present and preserve that story for our prosperity to hear. Allow South Boston Memorials to tell yours. South Boston Memorials has granite memorials, markers, and mausoleums, over 300 in stock. In-house laser etching is available at South Boston Memorials, and they can also make pet markers. For memorial benches, vases, and monuments, call on South Boston Memorials at 434-572-3859 or visit their website sobomemorials.com. That's 434-572-3859. South Boston Memorials is located 1439 Seymour Drive in South Boston, Virginia. Like us on Facebook or visit the website sobomemorials.com.
Here we are back on the Gardener's Corner program. I had mentioned earlier about a workshop that Johnny Coley is going to be teaching, and it's actually going to be taking place at the library, and it's going to be Wednesday, May the 29th, from 4:30 to 5:30 in the afternoon. And Johnny Coley will present a free workshop titled Soil Testing, How and Why. And again, this will be at the Person County Public Library. Johnny will discuss importance of soil test, how to properly test the soil, and how to, obtain the soil sample to be tested. And he will also teach you how to interpret the results. In North Carolina, all residents are able to submit soil samples to the North Carolina Department of Agriculture through the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service. And this soil sampling is free of charge from April 1st till Thanksgiving, and from December 1st to the end of March, it's a $4 per fee sample. But whenever you send in a soil sample, the analysis are emailed to you, and they can be a little bit confusing to interpret. So anyone that has ever done a soil sample and had problems interpreting the results, this will be a good workshop for you to attend. The Person County Public Library is located 319 South Main Street in Roxborough, and you can call 336-597-7881. That's 336-597-7881. Also, while you're there, it would maybe be a good time for you to find out a little bit of information on the Person County Public Library Seed Library. And I think that is a really neat idea. And pretty much what the Seed Library is to where you can donate seeds to the library, or you can go up there and you can get different seeds at no charge, whether it's a variety of a heirloom tomato that you are interested in, or an old variety of a vegetable, something that you may be interested in planting, but you don't hear about people around this area having a lot of seeds. But you are asked that if you do get seed from the Person County Seed Library, that if you ever have the opportunity to donate seed back to the library to keep it going, for years and years and years. So you may want to check that out. But again, the soil testing workshop will be Wednesday, May 29th, 4:30 in the afternoon until 5:30. Also, some information from the Old Farmer's Almanac, founded in 1792. The best days to destroy pests and weeds, a couple of days coming up, will be May the 29th and May the 30th. And that will be actually next Wednesday and Thursday. Now, I can't guarantee you the results, but that information comes from the Old Farmer's Almanac. So maybe it will do you some good and certainly help you out. But again, our guest today is Miss Erin McAllister, and we're glad to have her here. She is a state student at North Carolina State University, and she is the intern for Person County 4-H. Now, Erin, how did it work out for you to become an intern for Person County 4-H? I mean, did you have to submit an application? Did somebody come up and say, hey, you want to be the 4-H intern? or how did that play out?
When I was at school, I actually worked as an office assistant under the secretary of the department head for poultry science at NC State.
Right.
So that was kind of like an everyday little office job during the school year. And they have a 4-H agent there in Scott Hall at NC State. So I was talking to my boss about, things to do during the summer, and she mentioned to look into the extension at NC State under Dr. Bonanno. He's the head of it. And so I looked at the NC Cooperative website, and I found this summer internship. But I did see that a coursework requirement was a big deal, which I was just a freshman, so I haven't really taken a whole lot of coursework.
Right.
But I do have experience, so I figured, what the heck.
And give it a try.
Might as well. So I ended up getting it for Person County. I think I applied for Orange and Lee County as well. But I was really hoping to get this one just because it's close to home, and my stepmother actually lives in Person County. So that was cool to kind of have that connection. So.
Well, good. Well, now, do you so you travel back and forth on a daily basis?
Yes, sir.
To Henderson. Now, are you here 5 days a week?
Mm-hmm.
Really? So you're gonna have a full-time job, so to speak, and you'll probably go back to what, school in August?
Yes, sir.
Wow. So you're gonna be busy, but it's good to stay busy. Now, what are some of the other things that you're hoping to do since you're out on summer break?
Well, on the weekends, I actually teach swim lessons for Triangle Swim School in Cary. So, I just really like kids.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yes, so I have a lot of experience, and I spend a lot of time with children. It's super fun. As Michelle can probably testify, I talk a lot, and I have a lot of energy, so it comes in handy.
You seem to have a flowing personality about you. You seem to be a pleasant person.
Thank you.
A positive person, and I think that is a good thing. And if you're are interested in helping children out, I think it is wonderful that you was able to come here to Person County, and I think Person County 4-H is lucky to have you as their intern. Now, back in your babysitting days, do you think that is what kind of helped cultivate the love you have for children?
Definitely yes, but my before I really, got into babysitting a whole lot, I worked as a summer and after school camp counselor for the YMCA of Henderson.
Right.
So that kind of really opened my eyes to some of like the hardships that some children face, and like the successes, and like getting really excited when kids, you can kind of just like see it when they put 2 and 2 together with like even a basic task like tying their shoes, and it's just really exciting to me. So I actually tend to babysit one family in particular a lot for the past couple years, and I normally keep them during the summer, so I'll be keeping them in August when this internship ends. But I've noticed just recently, like, seeing the differences in them. Like, I'll babysit them one weekend, and then a couple weeks would go by while I was in school, and I'd come back to babysit them, and just, like, the physical changes alone, it's just like, wow, this must be what it's like to be a parent.
They grow up fast.
And watch your kids grow up. Yes, sir.
Well, I think anything positive that you can teach a child, it is a good thing. And you hear about so many bad things going on in the world today, but it's a lot of good people out there that just enjoy helping whoever it may be out, if at all possible. And if you help a child out, they will always remember. And, I've spoken with a lot of people that they would say that years back, they remembered a child, that they had some association with, whether it's in a club or class or something, and then that child would come up to them later in life and just say, I just wanted to tell you, thank you for helping me out the way that you did when I was a lot younger. And it sounds like you're on the path to have a lot of thank yous headed your way in your future. It sure does. But anyway, want to wish you the very best, and want you to come back and be with us anytime you can on the program. But what I wanted to ask you about right now is, for the parents and the grandparents that's out there listening, what words of encouragement could you give them to try to help encourage them to get that child and their family involved in 4-H?
A lot of times, especially with younger kids, they really idolize older folks in their life. So if they can see someone older than them, super involved and super, just, I'm trying to find the word here, passionate about what they do,
right,
or just a simple hobby in their life, then that also encourages young children to be like, hey, well, so-and-so really enjoys doing this, like, I should try and see if I enjoy it too. So just kind of letting the children know the opportunities there, encouraging to take part in their opportunity as well.
Well, I know I'm getting the cart ahead of the wagon, and you just, finished your first year at NC State. You got a lot more. But are you hoping to become a mom some years down the road?
It's definitely in the picture. I know I would definitely want to have like a stable career going first before any of that.
Right.
But I hope so. I really enjoy children, so having some of my own would be great.
Well, I hope it works out for you. But yes, Person County 4-H again has a lot of summer fun classes going on. Just contact Michelle 336-599-1195. And Michelle is actually out here at the radio station, but she didn't want to be on the show today. She wanted Aaron to share some information. But we've got to send out a happy birthday to Michelle Van Ness. She will actually be having her birthday tomorrow, Saturday the 25th. So we want to wish Michelle a happy birthday and many, many more. And I actually tried singing happy birthday on the radio yesterday with a station owner to one of our customers where we were on live remote. And I got to be honest with you, Aaron, it didn't go the best. But here lately, I've been having some problems with my voice. I don't know if it's hay fever, pollen, or what, but my voice has been giving me a problem, several months now. But even when my voice is in perfect condition, I'm not a singer. So, but it was good for a laugh yesterday. But so we're going to hold off from singing happy birthday to Michelle. But again, happy birthday to Michelle Van Ness. Also, we're going to get a word on for T.G. Brooks Company. Something wonderful for Memorial Day weekend would be some of those hand-cut ribeyes from T.G. Brooks Company. You go out there, you tell them how many ribeyes you want, you tell them how thick you want them, and they will cut them for you to order. You can call ahead, they'll have them ready when you get there. 336-364-2428. Also, they have the White Mountain ice cream freezers out there. They have the electric freezers and the hand crank freezers at T.G. Brooks Company.
The month of May is such a beautiful time. T.G. Brooks Company is ready for you for the garden season. It's time to have fun and beautify. They've got your tomato plants, the popular local varieties. They have pepper plants, cantaloupe, plenty of vegetables, squash, cucumber, okra, eggplant, watermelon, cauliflower, and plenty of flowers, petunias, celosia, impatiens, verbena, marigolds, Easter bonnet, herbs like basil, chives, thyme, oregano, dill, cilantro, peppermint. They've got lavender. Come to T.G. Brooks and get your fresh garden seeds, fresh and ready for planting. Reseed your lawn with clean, fresh grass seed. And they have the fertilizer and lime. If you need mulch, they've got it, even the triple ground mulch. Do you need straw, pine needles? How about potting soil, planting soil, or cow manure? They have spreaders and they have aerators for sale or rent. T.G. Brooks Company serves the homeowner and the commercial landscaper, and they handle everybody with the same courteous service. They'll arrange delivery, or you can pull in with your pickup truck, your trailer. They'll load it up for you. They have bagged products that they'll load up for you. It's exciting that May is here and the full-time growing season. Top off your day with a hand-cut ribeye steak from T.G. Brooks. Mouth-watering. Hurry out to 411 Helena Mariah Road in Timberlake. Phone them at 364-2428. They've proudly served the homeowner, the farmer, and those in construction since way back in 1936. They welcome folks from all over Person County, Rougemont, Northern Durham, and of course, Southern Person County.
Here we are back on the Gardener's Corner program. Hey, want to send out a little PSA. It's going to be hot today, over the weekend, on into next week. So if you're out working outside, please take frequent breaks when you're able to. Make sure to drink plenty of water. Alcoholic beverages, they will dehydrate you, so just make sure to drink plenty of water and or other liquids that have can't think of the word, electrolytes in it. And you really should start hydrating yourself before getting out working in the hot sun. Just don't go right out in the hot weather and go to working. You should drink some water beforehand and take frequent breaks, water breaks throughout the day. And it's the hottest it's been this year, but after we acclimate ourselves a little bit to it, it certainly won't seem to be quite as bad. But if you know an elderly or less fortunate person that may not have the luxury of air conditioning and or a fan, you may want to check on them to see if it's anything that you could do to help them. You may have an old fan at home, that works fine that you no longer need, and it may be someone that could use it. And sometimes a few degrees can make a big difference. So just bear that in mind. Be safe. Don't overdo it. Don't have a heat stroke. And with it being Memorial Day weekend, it's going to be a lot of cookouts, a lot of picnics, a lot of people traveling to the lake, doing different things. Please do not drink and drive. And by all means, make sure to practice food safety. And it's a good idea to have a cooler for your soft drinks to be in, and your food items in a different cooler. Reason being, the cooler that has the soft drinks will be open and closed a lot more frequently, and that way, if you have a cooler that you have your foods in, they will stay a colder temperature. But again, make it a good weekend and try not to invite any food-borne illnesses in to mess up your Memorial Day holiday. Well, anyway, young lady, Erin, do you have any parting remarks for our listeners of Radio Roxborough?
No. Thanks for listening out. Shout out to Mr. Paul. Told him I would do that.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Well, want to wish you the very best, and maybe you and Michelle can come out here in a few weeks and kind of give us an update. But again, contact Michelle Van Ness at 336-599-1195 for more information on Person County 4-H Summer Fun, and that child of yours would enjoy and have a good time, and they would learn something along the way. Well, thanks to our sponsors, T.G. Brooks Company, Our Pride Foods, makers of Our Pride Premium Pimento Cheese Spread and Dip, and also a special thanks goes out to South Boston Memorials. Again, a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend to you, and we look forward to seeing you next week here on the Gardener's Corner program. So on behalf of myself, Rob Hall, and everyone else here at the station, we wish you and yours a happy Friday and a good weekend.